In this lesson, we're going to look at some strategies to ask questions and give advice and do it in a better way. Lots of students ask for samples in trying to know what type of question they could ask because many times as an instructor, I will tell students that they are being too vague. In other words, they're being too general. The questions or advice they give are appropriate in really any situation, or perhaps there's really not enough vocabulary in the questions or advice to really show me a sample of what the students are capable of. So let's get started.
I don't understand what they said.
So you heard, I don't understand what they said. You could not say, why isn't your English better? That's a little bit of a rude question. Why weren't you paying attention? Also, another question that it's not really helpful at all. It doesn't get you anywhere. And you could also say, did you ask ATC about your problem? Well, yeah, it's appropriate, but it doesn't let anybody know that you understood what you heard. Can you check your ears? That's another question. I'm trying to be a little bit silly there, um, but these are just designed to be questions that let you know it's not really helpful. You just need to ask a question here that will move you in some type of direction of getting assistance. So it would be better to say, and also use advanced grammar if you said, have you asked them to rephrase it or say it another way? Or maybe there's somebody with you. Did you ask someone who's with you if they could understand what was being said? Or could you try asking the person who's talking to speak more slowly?
The passenger is unconscious.
And here you heard the passenger is unconscious. Could you say what's wrong with the passenger? No, because we know what's wrong with the passenger. The passenger is unconscious. You might want to know maybe why the passenger is unconscious. Did something happen beforehand to cause the passenger to be unconscious? That would be okay. Why is the passenger unconscious? So if we're asking a question about background, let's do it a little bit in more detail to use more vocabulary. In other words, did something happen beforehand to the passenger? Do they have some symptoms? Were they showing some symptoms and then something happened? And then again, not my favorite question at all because you're always going to call ATC in an emergency. Did you call ATC to tell them about your passenger? Better to say, have you asked if there's a doctor on board to help? Or perhaps is the passenger traveling with someone who might know something about his or her medical history? That would move you to a place where you could get some more helpful information.
The passenger is unconscious.
Finally, I can't see the runway. We should not give the advice call ATC and tell them about your problem. Although you should call ATC, but you might want to say call ATC and let them know that you can't see the runway. Perhaps that you're going around. You see that on the right side. Ask for some glasses. That's just a little bit of a sarcastic response. I don't think anyone would actually say that. Say your problem again. Not really helpful, doesn't really take you anywhere. But perhaps using an ILS, or if you're IFR rated, use your instruments to fly. That would be more helpful. Hope you found this helpful. You can practice along with us in our strategies for ICAO testing membership. And just visit expeditelevel4.com